All right, so what I'm going to demonstrate here is how to do what's referred to as a loop split triple tail. And this works for nymphs, dry flies, things of that nature. So you can just start your thread wherever. I'm just going to start to the back since I'm working on the tail. Oftentimes I will actually put my dubbing loop in up front because it can create a little bump when you do this. And I find it's easier to hide in the thorax area than back on the abdomen, but that's totally up to you. So you're going to make a dubbing loop, bring your thread to the back side. You're going to open up your dubbing loop and you're going to come underneath, bring it up and around so that the dubbing loop is now sitting one string per side of the hook shank. Probably should have used something besides black thread. And what this allows you to do is control, by keeping your fingers in between the thread, you can control where the thread is going to lay along the hook shank. And you can bring it in close to the top or the upper part of the back of the shank. The one place you don't want it is directly on top. That can actually kind of interfere with your tail. I know I've seen some people do that, and I don't know, I just don't think the tails work out the best. I think it's much better to have your thread down on the sides, at least a little bit. And so just go back to wherever you're wanting your tail to be. Keep that dubbing loop open, but get it out of your way. Put it in a clip. Next, what you're going to do is get whatever tailing material you want to use. I'm just using some red dyed pheasant tail, and you pick your length and everything. One of the things I've noticed that makes a huge difference is keeping this material flat across the shanks across the top of the shank when you tie this in. It really can help open up your tails a little bit better. I'm going to turn this to the side so hopefully you can see a little bit better. But you're going to just put 2 or 3 wraps in, and you want to open your tails up, get them to splay where you want them to be. You should have one on the far side, one in the middle, and one on the close side. So we kind of create this little pitchfork look. And then all we're simply going to do is we're going to take that dubbing loop, if I can get it off my clip, and we are going to take the far side thread and split it between the far side fiber in the center and the near side thread, and split it between the near side and the center. And you want to make sure that you're actually getting the center, and you want to kind of get them in position. Now the harder you pull, the more this is going to make them move, and you may need to adjust them a little bit, but this will really help keep those center fibers open. And then you just simply place a few wraps in, and now you can continue doing whatever it is you were doing with your body. If you want to get them perfectly even, or something very similar to what I've got here, that's fine. If you want to keep them there, usually what I do is I'll just take a drop of super glue. I usually put it on a bodkin, and I'll place the glue right at the thread base and let it soak in. And so as I start tying it forward, all that glue is starting to set, kind of creating one bonding unit going to the back. You want to try to keep your super glue off of your delicate fibers. Synthetics don't seem to mind it so much, but something like pheasant tail, it can make it kind of fragile. UV resin can work well as long as you use it in very small applications. You can put a little right on the top, or try to get a bodkin or something and just slide it down right into that little V between the tail fibers before you hit it. But you want to use very little. So anyway, at this point you can go ahead and go about your business building whatever fly you're doing. So I hope you liked the video. Always appreciate a thumbs up, and subscribe and share. And as always, happy tying, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next time.